Hi, these comments are for SB. I am Michael from OTC, OnlineTOEFLCourse.com, and first you did my free speaking evaluation, and now you're doing the free writing evaluation. So you're going to get an estimated score on your writing right now. Okay, here is the independent writing rubrics, and this is your essay. So my first impression is 22 to 24 points on the writing. I think that is a pretty accurate score there, right? So why is that? Okay, if you look at the rubrics here, you look in the 3 range, you have some inconsistent facility in sentence formation. Displays unity, progression, coherence, though connection of ideas may be occasionally obscured. So I think you can probably improve a little bit in those areas. And the first thing is, in the beginning, I recommend that the introduction, you need to have closer to 100 words. You have about 58. You really only spend about 2 lines raising the topic, and then you got to your thesis. But then the thesis says, I feel this way for 2 reasons, which will be discussed in the following paragraphs. The problem with that is you took this either from testbig.com, you see this, I feel this way for 2 main reasons, or you might have taken it from I feel this way for 2, which I'll explore in the following essay, from TOEFL resources. So unfortunately, a lot of students are taking these thesis statements. The thesis is the most difficult part of an essay. So what you did is not original. You simply copied something from the internet, and it doesn't really. These guys who come up with these thesis statements, I don't think they teach academic writing because they're very predictable, unoriginal thesis statements, and they don't really frame what's going on in the body paragraph. So I would not take the advice of these websites here. Either one. Do not use these thesis statements ever again. Don't do it. Okay? All right, let's take a look again at your essay here. So that would be the one thing, is you need a little bit better thesis here. Now, I'm going to help you one of your paragraphs, so I think you could get even more focused than what you did. So look at your paragraph. It says, second, children playing video games do not give time to their studies. They try to copy from other friends and do not use your own creativity to solve the assignments. Now, how does that relate to playing video games? Also, while meeting their friends, they talk about video games, not about their studies. Okay, I can illustrate this using my own experience. After my bachelor's degree, I was teaching 5th grade students in a school near my home. There was a boy named Siren who used to play video games. His parents did a lot of complaints. Notice how you have these really short sentences, right? So this sentence is 12 words. This one is 8 words. This one's a little bit longer, 17 words. And then this one is 16, but still you want to be really between 20 and 30. Your sentences are too short in many cases, so you need to work on syntactic variety. You say his parents did lots of complaints regarding him. Notice how you forgot to put the T in there. They explained to me how their child was now playing video games, not doing his homework. He used to call his friends to his home to play multiplayer sessions of video games. The grade of that boy had been lowering rapidly, and all this was because of his habit of playing video games. Okay, so let's compare. Let me see if I can find this paragraph. Okay, here it is. So here is my edit of this paragraph. Your paragraph is it's well developed. It's 144 words. Mine is about the same, 153, a little bit more, but I got rid of this part of it here. Okay, so let's take a look. Secondly, children should be prohibited from playing video games since these games take valuable time from their studies. For instance, after my bachelor's degree, I was teaching fifth grade students in a school near my home. Maybe we can combine these and say this. So we have a little bit longer sentence there. And a boy named Sarin used to play video games even though his parents did a lot of complaints against him. They explained to me how their child was now playing video games and not doing his homework. Before playing video games, observed his parents, a young boy would spend at least 15 hours a week completing the assignments from his elementary school classes. However, Sarin began playing video games instead of spending time completing his assignments, and would even call his friends to his home to play multiplayer sessions of video games. As a result, Sarin's grades began lowering rapidly because of his habit of playing video games dozens of hours weekly instead of doing his homework. Right, so you can kind of compare. I tried to focus your writing a little bit more and then give you some longer sentences in there so you can kind of see what academic writing looks like. So I think for you need to work on your sentence variety, especially your syntactic variety, and typically longer sentences are better than shorter sentences. A shorter sentence every now and then played against longer sentences can be very effective, don't get me wrong, but try to get those sentences closer between 20 and say even 40 words, believe it or not. But not every sentence has to be 40 words, but every now and then you can do a longer one like that. All right, so I think my score here is pretty accurate. I'm going to put you at 22 to 24 points out of 30 on this writing task.